Hello, my dear Cancerian friends. I hope you are all well, and I'm here today to share your 2021 prediction. I hope you will enjoy the video, and if you liked it, then please press like and share it with others as well. 2020 has been a ride, but we have survived it. And now it is time to focus on the upcoming changes because there will be plenty. There will be some hurdles and obstacles to overcome, of course. This is definitely a lot easier year than the previous one, but it is only easy if we are ready to embrace the changes. The aspect which stands out the most this year for you is going to be the Uranus and Saturn square. Now, if we start thinking about what Uranus and Saturn square talks about, well, Uranus is all about sudden changes, travel, internet, astrology, electricity, and freedom. And Saturn is all about rules and hardship and past, things which have been tested before, sticking to the norms, while Uranus is more about innovation and going ahead and the future. But I will make an in-depth video about the Saturn Uranus square so I can break it down in details. But Uranus shows you what area of life you need to break free. So you do need to ask a couple of questions from yourself. What do you resent? What area of life am I feeling restricted? What is too demanding for you? Is it a relationship? Is it something to do with work? And this is exactly what the Saturn Uranus square is going to be talking to you about. Whatever restriction you feel in your life, and it looks to me that some of you might be going through some transformation when it comes to their relationship, then you need to cut those chains off. You need to break free. And Saturn is also telling you that choose your responsibilities very carefully. Don't take too much on, as it might become very suffocating for you. And of course, Saturn always talks about what area of life needs to be restructured. So this is going to be happening in your 8th and 11th house. So Saturn will be transiting alongside with Jupiter, your 8th house. And it might be talking about freeing yourself up from some financial obligations. So it might be an indication that you will be able to pay off your debts, your mortgages. At the same time, because it's a square, you need to be ensuring that you pay in your bills on time. It's not necessarily a great year, for instance, for you to go for a loan. But it might make you think that what can I invest my money into? Eighth house is very much about joint resources and something to do with the business partnership as well. So you might be deciding that I want to be collaborated with a friend of mine. Friends are also going to be extremely um, important for you in 2021. Well, to start with, the year is going to start with Mars going into your 11th house, and it will join Uranus there. So Mars is all about energizing something, poking something. So you will receive plenty of energy in the house of collaborations, hopes and wishes, long-term goals, or even connecting with a tribe or community, becoming a member of a community. But you do need to be careful because Mars at the same time is also about making you hot-headed a little bit. It kind of forces you to make very quick decisions. And of course, because Saturn will be in your 8th house, it is talking about choosing business partners carefully, making those investment plans very, very carefully, because Uranus, Mars can bring you some type of sudden shocks in those departments. Can I actually trust that person? or does that person support my business vision, and so forth. Of course, you have had Uranus in the 11th house for a while now. But this Martian energy is, in a one hand, is great because it actually gives you the power, the energy to seek out for benefactors, people you might not have thought about. So definitely the beginning of the year is already quite exciting. Now, um, also, you will have, as I said, Saturn going through your eighth house alongside with Jupiter. But Jupiter is going to be swinging out a little bit for a few months in the middle of the summer. And it's going to be transiting your ninth house, where Jupiter feels fantastic. To start with, this is a Jupiterian house. Secondly, this is the sign of Pisces, where Jupiter has got rulership. And now it could really talk to you about wanting to study something, or you might be planning to travel. You might want to be considering something to do with spiritual studies or meeting a foreign person. Some of you might even be able to find love in a foreign country, maybe during travels. I feel like 2021 and 2022, Cancerian people will travel quite a lot. And it's more about exploring the meaning to life. And maybe this collaboration is also somehow connected to foreign land as well. You might want to actually learn more about stock market or even occult studies, something to do with psychology. But this Saturn Jupiter conjunction, which is going to be taking place to start within your eighth house, is pretty much telling you to stop relying on other people's resources. Focus on your own resources. So, one of the best advice I can give you for this year is just to be careful about financial matters. Be more responsible, be more structured about it. Some of you, unfortunately, might inherit something in the upcoming 2 years. And this could be telling you, it could be a test how you would be working with that money. You also need to be paying attention to pay your taxes on time. If some of you have got their own business, this year you might be checked out by tax office, or you might need to submit additional papers and so forth. But regardless of all those, it is definitely time to dive deeper and fight your own inner demons. It is time to somehow trust your abilities again, to listen to your intuition, but don't allow yourself to be misled or misguided somehow. Unfortunately, you might be experiencing some type of sudden crisis situation, which you need to be dealing with this year. And this is especially related to your family as well. But at the same time, I also wanted to mention that Uranus is going to be sextile in your rising sign, especially those who will be affected the most, who have got their ascendant between 6 to 13 degrees. Um, and sextile is always about opportunities. So a sudden opportunity might be coming your way, but sudden opportunities go quickly as well, go away quickly. So you need to be watching out what is the gift Uranus can give you. Also, this is true if your sun is somewhere between 6 to 13 degrees of any of the earth signs, especially. Uranus is also telling you to somehow stretch yourself a little bit. You know, when there is an opportunity coming your way on a silver plate, you might need to grab that very quickly because someone else can be taking it away. I also feel like some of you might be actually relocating. You might find your dream location, Some of you might be focusing on maybe buying a holiday home abroad, or actually just wanting to be around hot, like a hotter area, or you might want to be retreating, a little bit more spiritual type of place. And definitely, it looks to me that some of you might wish to switch off a little bit and enjoy the companies of others. The eclipses are going to be occurring in your 6th and 12th house. So having your north node in the 12th house and south node is in your 6th. Now, north node is all about obsession as well as the path we should be taking. So I put a couple of keywords on top of the screen so you can learn a little bit more about them. But what the North Node and the South Node really talks about is to have a balance. So you do need to ask yourself the question, um, how or do I need to make some changes around my lifestyle? Do I retreat enough, or do I work extremely hard? Do I feel like a slave to my past or to a slave to my relationship? And actually, do I have the time for myself? So, 12th house is typically the house of retirement. It doesn't mean that all of you will get retired, but it could indicate that you need to be ensuring that you are recharging from time to time. So, this year, you might want to be taking a week off every 3 months, maybe if possible, just to recharge your batteries. You're going to have to focus on the body, mind, and the spirit balance. This is going to be the key for you. You might be experiencing, unfortunately, some health issues, and you're going to have to fight that through. But for instance, that Uranus Mars, which you're going to start the year with, it gives you the possibility to actually fire yourself up and fight any type of illnesses possible. Um, Also, this 12th house, which is quite a hard house to be frank, it does talk about some type of losses. So this year you might need to experience or you might need to go through some losses in your life, but this is for the kind of the greater good as well. Any type of losses happen in your life because one door is closing and then a new one is opening up for you. 12th house is very much about closing one chapter in my life and actually getting ready for a new chapter, which is going to be 2022 for you with full possibilities. I think you do need to go as deep as possible and make a spring clean, especially in your subconscious. And therefore, I recommend turning to spiritual matters. So you might want to be doing some yoga or past life healing, or you want to be studying astrology. I hope to see plenty of Cancerian on my foundational course next year, with which you can become actually an astrologer. But 12th house is very much about getting rid of my old habits. So, is it something to do with addictions? Am I addicted to my partner? Am I addicted eating a lot? Do I need to quit smoking, drinking, and so forth? Any type of self destroying behavior, this is going to be the year when you need to cut that out. It might be about chasing your dreams. Um, as well, and you should do that because Uranus is giving you the opportunity for that, and it's not about pleasing others anymore. I also feel like your relationship have gone through a change in the recent years, and now it is time to transform. So Saturn has been in your 7th house for a while, and unfortunately going to the 8th house, it's still going to bring up some relationship questions. It is going to be asking you questions like, um, why do I have hardship of being naked in front of my partner? And I'm not talking about physical nakedness here. I'm talking about, why do I have got hardship to trust others? Am I actually afraid of mortality? And how do I feel about the life I have lived so far? Alongside with that Saturnian indication that your relationship needs restructuring, Pluto is also going to be talking to you about that. Um, Pluto will be prominent, especially for those people who have got any planets around 23 to 27 degrees in Earth signs, or it might be making a square to others. But also, if you have got your ascendant between 23 to 27 degree in Cancer, because Pluto is going to be opposing you. And Pluto kind of wants to destroy your relationship. Maybe that's not the right word. It wants to purify your relationship. It wants you to kind of take the power back, not allowing your partner to overshadow you. And of course, so many things in your transit chart is referring to fighting with your own demons and seeing actually that the relationship needs to be restructured, the one I am in, and also looking into the mirror, because opposition is all about looking into the mirror and seeing that I am to blame as well, not just the partner. So I believe some of you might be going through some shocking surprise in your relationship department as well. I think some of you will also have to focus on sexuality with having North Node in the 12th house, which is all about bed pleasure, or Saturn, Jupiter being in your eighth, and also Pluto being in your seventh house as well. So overall, this year is going to be talking about healing your sexuality, your sexual trauma, trusting the partner a little bit more, being a little bit adventurous about it. And I also believe that 2021 will be the year in which you are focusing on friends and your future. A year of decisions when it comes to these matters. Who are my real friends? Do I need them? Are they supporting my long-term visions and so forth? And actually, you might be meeting someone with similar interests, and actually, that person might become your best friend. Um, all you need to do is just to get out of your shell and be open to meet new people. Since you will want a lot to fly at new heights, your ambitions could be extremely strong as well. And therefore, many opportunities could come your way, which could actually change your current circumstances. So you will have a very, very interesting ride in 2021, and I would like to wish you the best for it. I hope you will have a great Christmas, and I wish you a prosperous 2021. And I also would like to thank you to continuously support my channel in 2020, and I'm hoping to see you next year as well. Take care of yourself, Cancer, and see you very soon. Bye bye.